Running macros from the macros menu or using the shortcut key is convenient, but we can make it even more accessible if we are not the only person having access to the workbook. I want to show you how you can create a button for your macro. Why do you need to do this? This is because most times you may not be the only one having access to the dataset. If you and a team is working with this same dataset, how would they know a macro has been created to help them quickly get some tasks done by running a macro? As you can see on the screen right now, there is no sign that a macro has been created for this workbook, and someone with no knowledge about macro will not easily know where to get it done. So that is why it is very important to create a button for your macro if you are sharing the dataset with other members of your team. And aside that, it is also good for your own convenience. So here is how to get it done. Remember in our previous video, we used the macro to get the proper case. Now I want to create a button where we just have to click the button and that same job will be carried out. So to do that, what you need to do is to go to the Insert tab, which is here. You go to the Insert, then depending on the Excel version that you are using, you can easily see all these things. I am using Excel 365. So if you are using any Excel version, just find a way to really follow me, because I know that different version with different interface, but it's very easy. If you are using Excel 365, just go to Insert, then go to Illustration. You click on the drop button, then you go to Shapes and also click on the drop button. If you are using a different version of Excel, you may not see illustrations, you may just see Insert, then you go to Shapes. So depending on what you are using, but the main thing is we are going to Shapes. So look for how you can go to Insert tab, then look for Shapes. Now we're just going to pick a simple shape. Let's just pick this one. You can pick any shape you want to use for your button, but let me just pick the rounded rectangle. So when you click that, you just draw any button here. So let's just draw a small button. Okay, let's look like this. Then we can just write on it. Let's just say you can give it any name that you want to give to it. Let's just say proper case letter. So let's just say proper case letter. And when you are done, you can also work on it. So let me change the font. Go to home. Let's make it 14. Okay, let's make it bold. Let's put it at the middle. Okay, it's too much. Let's make it 12. All right. So we can also expand it if you want to, so that the letters can go in. So let's just make it 14 if that is possible. All right. So this is good. Then we have created our button. The next thing you have to do is to click on it. Then you right click and go to Assign Macro. So you click on Assign Macro. Then you choose the macro. Remember, we have our first macro, which is testing. So I'm going to choose this one. So I'll choose this one, which is the macro that I want to activate on this button. Then you click on the OK button. So right now we have assigned our macro to this button right now. So watch what is going to happen. We are going to click this button and the proper case will be done as if we are using the shortcut key or we are just running the macro. So let me put my mouse here. Click on this active cell. Now I'm going to click on this button and watch what is going to happen. You can see exactly what I needed. All the letters have been changed to proper case. So that is how you can create a button and assign macro to it. This is very relevant if you are sharing your data set with another person. So if someone comes to this part right now and the person wants to change these letters into proper case and the person sees this button, he or she will know that, okay, this is the purpose, and click on it and it's done. But if there is no button here and the person is not aware that a macro has been created and this person has no idea about macro, he or she will start using the Excel function to get it done. But if this button has already been created and it is in this workbook, the person working with this dataset who want to work on something like this, we just have to click on this button and the job will get done. The action will be performed. So that is why it is also important to create a button for your macro. And instead of using it with your team, for your own personal use, you can create and assign any macro to any button. So that is how it is done. Now, in case you want to try it yourself, not just to watch video. I am leaving the dataset in the resource box. So the dataset is available for you in the resource box for you to download and just use it to rate your understanding about this topic. So I'm leaving the dataset in the resource box. You can go download it and try to create the button yourself, and also try to create your first macro. All right. See you in the next lesson.